that originally we had 31 missing person reports that were taken. Thank God 5 of them were found safe, but we still have 26 active missing persons that are reported, 20 in the Eaton area and 6 in the Palisades area. And then as I conclude, if you want any more specific information regarding evacuation orders or warnings, if they're coming or going, road closures, or any other information that you think is important to you and your family, please go to lacounty.gov/emergency. I'd like now to introduce Jim McDonald, the Chief of the Los Angeles Police Department.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good morning. Over the last week, you've heard me say that the LAPD remains committed to protecting lives, safeguarding property, and maintaining order in the areas affected by the fire, and that remains the case today. The LAPD remains on tactical alert, and we've dedicated whatever resources are necessary to provide for your safety. LAPD officers are actively patrolling the areas around the clock and protecting your properties like they are our own. Our efforts include enhanced visibility in evacuation zones and neighborhoods where houses and businesses are vacant, deploying marked and unmarked vehicles as well as foot patrols to ensure a strong presence and a swift response to any issues that arise. Our deployment, we understand the frustration and concern many of you are feeling regarding the fire evacuation and the restrictions on returning to your homes. Please know that our officers and National Guard personnel are following the directions of the Unified Command, which is working tirelessly to ensure the safety of everyone involved. We're committed to continuing our discussions with the Unified Command to assess when it will be safe for residents to return. Your safety remains our top priority, and we'll provide updates as soon as it is safe to do so. Thank you for your patience and understanding during these very difficult times. For the upcoming 24-hour period, LAPD will continue to deploy roughly 600 officers to the impacted areas with support from LA Airport Police, Port Police, and the National Guard, who have 200 soldiers assigned to the Palisades incident, and we're very grateful for their support. Excuse me. We're also introducing a team of volunteers from an NGO known as Team Rubicon to assist the public at various checkpoints. These humanitarian aid workers will be available at checkpoints to direct residents to resources and answer questions. They'll be wearing gray shirts and are available to inform and support our community, and again, we're thankful to them. On the missing persons front, we continue to dedicate resources to all reports of missing persons. As of this morning, we have 38 people who've been reported missing. 27 of those have been found safe. Of the 11 remaining, 2 most likely have been found deceased, but yet to be positively identified. In total, we have 3 fatalities that are fire-related. 1 person died at the hospital but had not been reported missing. We still have 8 missing persons remaining. Arrests, we have no new fire area-related arrests, and we remain at 14. But we'd like to update all of you on 2 notable arrests that were made on January 14th, just outside the fire zone. At approximately 5:15 p.m., officers responded to a radio call near the intersection of Glen Oaks and Van Nuys Boulevard, where a citizen had detained a possible arson suspect. Upon arrival, officers took the suspect into custody, and the citizen had already extinguished a nearby fire in a tree. During the investigation, the suspect admitted to starting the fire because he liked the smell of burning leaves. The suspect was subsequently booked for arson. Later that evening, at about 9:30 in the area of Santa Monica and Vermont, fire department personnel responded to reports of a suspect setting multiple piles of rubbish and trash on fire. Fire department quickly extinguished the fires, and officers took the suspect into custody. Suspect admitted to setting multiple fires that day and stated that she enjoyed causing chaos and destruction. She was also booked for arson. As we continue to manage this historic, catastrophic event, we want to express our gratitude to everyone who has provided tips and remained vigilant in keeping the city safe. Your cooperation is crucial during this time, and you can hear from those 2 examples I mentioned, there are people out there who this is what they do. If you know of those people, please give us a call before something really bad happens. Excuse me. On the front of pets, we want to update the public on efforts of the city to reunite pet owners with their animals. A new dedicated phone line has been established to specifically assist with inquiries related to pets affected by the fire. If you're looking for your animal in the fire zone affected areas, please call 213-270-8155 for assistance. And in closing, I'm aware that this has now been over a week since many of you have been able to see your homes. I thank you for your patience and continued cooperation. LAPD and our partners here will continue to work alongside each other to make sure our community has the resources we need to recover and ultimately rebuild. Again, thank you. Let me now introduce the Los Angeles District Attorney, Nathan Hochman.
Now's the time to go back in time and shine a light on the family journey that led to you. Ancestry can help you piece together the past with billions of records, photos, and more. Memberships are on sale now.
Thanks.
The work of firefighters, law enforcement has been nothing short of heroic. The over 200,000 people who've had to evacuate, who have cooperated with this, again, it's been incredibly impressive. Yet still there are people out there who have decided that they are going to take advantage of this tragedy, that they're going to exploit this crisis for their own personal benefit. And we have sent this warning, and I'll say it again. The question is not if, but when you will be arrested. You will then be prosecuted, and then you will be punished to the full extent of the law. On Monday, we announced the charging of 10 different individuals, 9 for looting, 1 for arson. Of the 9 individuals, they were involved with both looting in the Palisades fire area as well as the Eaton fire area. They are looking at a minimum, the shortest sentence that anyone charged is looking at is 6 years in prison, 9 years in prison for another individual. We have people who are looking at 22 years in prison and a maximum sentence of life in prison. These are very significant punishments. Justice will be swift. Justice will be significant if you want to take advantage of this tragedy. Following on what Chief McDonald says, we have actually filed charges in 2 additional arson cases. Again, not related to the major fires. There's one that we had charged an individual who set a fire in the City of Industry. He set bushes on fire. He set a pallet on fire. He set the back of a tractor trailer on fire. Those fires were quickly put out. And that individual is looking at 7 years for a maximum prison sentence. Another individual was charged in the city of Irwindale under the I-605 underpass. Again, setting a fire that was quickly put out. That individual is looking at a maximum sentence of 14 years. We have received numerous allegations that we are now following up involving additional looting incidents and price gouging. The price gouging is particularly despicable because these are people who are basically looking at this situation and saying, how can I make the most amount of money from people who are desperately seeking housing, supplies, they're seeking services because they've lost everything. They've lost their houses. And I will tell you that with respect to this price gouging, we have seen people increase their prices for rooms that they are renting, for houses that they are leasing, 100, 200, 300%. Here's my warning. If you're one of these people who have engaged in price gouging, not only do you need to stop it immediately, I would strongly recommend that you go back and fix it. Go back and refund the amount that you have overcharged people. We will certainly take that into consideration in deciding whether or not to charge you. So it's your choice. If you want to actually abide by the law, you could benefit from it right this second. But if we go ahead and find out that you've engaged in price gouging and you've taken no steps to remedy the violation that you have basically enacted, we will go ahead and prosecute you to the full extent of the law. So not only are you going to be looking at criminal penalties, you will be looking at civil penalties, and as importantly, your name will get out there. Your company's name will get out there. You will be publicly shamed. I want to make that crystal clear. So stop it right now. And as the recovery starts up, we again are seeing the financial scams. Over and over, we are seeing scams involving charities, where people who want to donate either money or services to the recovery effort are being targeted by these scammers. My strong message to you is if this happens, please check the organization that you are donating your money to beforehand. Do not donate cash. Do not even donate Bitcoin because it's very hard to track. Only deal with reputable organizations that you can then check out who will get that money to the appropriate people in need. Same thing when it comes to insurance. Be very careful. There are scammers out there who are going to try and make you promises that they can give you certain benefits from insurance that are completely false. Make sure you check out any insurance claims. And government benefits are starting up now. Both the federal government and the state governments are going to be offering people in need significant dollars to get back and recover in their lives. However, these will be ripped off. I will guarantee you there are people who are looking at this to rip them off. Here again is your warning, because I don't want any discussion later on that there is some confusion of what the consequences are. They will be swift and they will be significant. So again, I wish everyone great safety. Please support the firefighters. Please support law enforcement. Stay out of the evacuation zones. They are designed for your safety and to facilitate these putting out of fires and keeping people's houses safe. If you want to go ahead and violate an evacuation area, violate a curfew, you will be held accountable, you will be arrested, and my office will prosecute you. I'd like to now introduce Los Angeles County Public Health Chief Deputy Director, Dr. Anish Mahajan.
A revolutionary portable device has just shattered the telecommunications industry's biggest lie, an invention that lets you connect to lightning-fast internet anywhere in the world in seconds without expensive contracts or subscriptions, and the corporate giants are working frantically to make it illegal before you can get your hands on it. This high-speed portable hotspot doesn't just match regular internet providers, it outperforms them, powering up to 10 devices simultaneously with uninterrupted connectivity thanks to its cutting-edge microchip technology, equipped with a long-lasting battery that keeps you connected for up to 8 hours. Whether you're traveling from Dallas to Houston or waiting for your flight at Denver International Airport, Ryoko has your back. Where traditional public Wi-Fi leaves you disconnected, Ryoko saves your day. From the beaches of Cancun to the bustling walkways of Disneyland, you'll never worry about your connection dropping at the worst moment. This single invention threatens to dismantle the entire industry of traditional internet providers. The driving force behind this revolution is Carson Miller, an engineer from Salt Lake City, Utah, who spent 7 years working inside the telecommunications industry. He uncovered that internet providers had been hiking prices by 5.8% annually, almost triple the inflation rate. Despite a 2010 congressional law that made internet signals public, these companies had been steadily increasing their prices year after year. The deeper he dug into the numbers, the clearer the scam became. This was corporate greed backed by powerful lobbyists working to keep Americans locked into overpriced contracts. When a telecommunications giant quietly offered him $3.8 million for the patent, Carson didn't hesitate to decline. He knew exactly what they planned, to bury this technology before it could threaten their profit margins. This lightweight powerhouse fits easily in your pocket, but don't let its size fool you. Its Wi-Fi transmitter is so powerful that it works in areas where traditional providers claim service is impossible. Travel vloggers have sent its popularity soaring, filming their shocked reactions to getting high-speed internet in remote locations. The device eliminates the need for risky public networks while saving the average household up to $2,000 every year. Since launch, over 1 million
That was our kitchen.
Rubble and ash where a home once stood.
It's just gone. Everything is just gone.
All around them, not a house still standing.
We know these people, and these people have lost everything. It's not just us. It's everybody, and it's so awful.
Kevin and Anne Marie Pazmino renovated their modest Altadena home with their own hands, working nights and weekends.
Every inch was a part of us.
To turn it into a sanctuary for their two children, 10-year-old Lucille and 4-year-old Joaquin.
We were dreaming big, and we were living within our means in a very, very tight fashion.
The Eaton fire consumed that dream and all the savings the Pazminos had put into it.
We've only been given 3 months pause on our mortgage. The interest will still accrue.
That was the TV.
And now they have to pay rent on top of their mortgage. Rent covered by insurance if they can find a place to take them.
After we're done with this, we're going to go and look to try and find some places. But it's hard because we have our dog and our cat, and so many places won't take pets. And we have to stay close because of our kids' school.
And these rentals literally cost twice as more than my mortgage. What?
And the Pazminos are finding what the insurance will pay is not enough to get their foot in the door, as thousands compete for temporary housing.
The advance for the insurance is not even nearly enough for what we are required to have as proof to try and apply for a place.
It's the plight thousands of fire victims are now facing. The fires didn't just take their homes, it took their financial stability.
We've lost this house, and we don't think that we'll ever be able to be in a house again.
While the Pazminos know their home is no longer standing, many are still unable to see the status of their property. Insurance experts say that shouldn't stop people from filing a claim anyway.
Your contractors will soon be asking for their 1099. Don't keep them waiting. Go to yearly.com, choose your plan, import your data, and check out. Yearly will do the rest. File in under 15 minutes.
I haven't been able to take my eyes off my husband's pants since he tried this morning trick. What happened afterward was unbelievable.
I thought it would be just another quickie, but my husband went hard on me for 2 straight hours after trying a simple secret mixture. It might sound strange, but your wife or girlfriend will thank you for watching this video. Go to your kitchen, make this mixture, and try this simple 15-second trick discovered by Harvard scientists that has already helped 97,259 men be ready whenever they want. Forget about pills and pumps. This easy 15-second trick will make your buddy stand firm in a completely natural way, all from the comfort of your home. That's because it boosts blood flow to your member by 342%. All you have to do is perform this 15-second trick right after your shower, and you'll see the magic happen. It's been used by top adult film actors for the last 5 years to maintain their firmness, and it doesn't matter if you're 35 or 70, you'll always be ready for action and wake up with a rock-solid tool. Want to see how it works? There's a viral video going around among men that teaches the step-by-step recipe. My husband paid $97 to a big name in adult films, Johnny Sins, to access the instructional video where he shows how to prepare this trick he uses before filming. It definitely saved our relationship, so I feel it's only fair that everyone gets free access to it.
My aunt, Ann Waite, hosted it at her house on Bollinger in the Palisades, where she's lived since the 1970s. This is the view coming in off Bollinger. How would it be possible that in just a couple of weeks, my aunt's neighborhood would look like this? Look at this. Everything is gone. Complete and utter destruction and devastation. Every house around my aunt's is gone. Only a few houses in the entire area remain intact. On the day the fire started, my aunt wasn't too worried. She snapped a few photos of the smoke from the backyard. But then the evacuation orders came. She complied, leaving with almost nothing. When I arrived at work, I was sent to the Palisades. There's no visibility. As day turned to night, the terrifying inferno raged, and it exploded. The Palisades was burning.
There is so much burning right now.
It was like nothing I had ever experienced as a SoCal native or as a reporter covering fires here for more than a decade. The next day, my aunt and my cousins Kristen and Brian were told their childhood home was gone, burned to the ground. But then came news the house might still be standing. I raced over to see what was left. By some miracle, it basically was untouched. The moment was overwhelming.
Oh my God, the house is okay. The house? Everything's fine.